So when I was signing up for this startup role, I knew for a fact that I was giving up three big things that a person can ever hope to achieve in his or her life. A, money. Startup organization টাকা কম দেয়. So it's facts. It's a startup, টাকা কই. B, job security. Most of the startups fail. Do we know this fact? Even in America, almost 90% of the startup fails. Of the startups fail. So I knew যে আমি money give up করছি, job security less, and most importantly, friends and family সাথে আমার personal time কমিয়ে দিচ্ছি. Because when you work for a startup, you'd have to work long hours. One of you told that from here. And I did. And because of which, no, don't. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm not married. I don't have a girlfriend. But this is just a picture to demonstrate that sometimes I really had to take a lot from my friends and family. Because আমি সোশ্যাল ইভেন্টস যেতে পারছি না, বিয়ে মিস করছি, আমি ফ্রেন্ডদের বার্থডে মিস করছি. My family would be very pissed off at me because I would hardly have dinner with them. I was working like 16, 17 hours some days. It's a big cost, right? Life, eh? Big, very well phrased. It's the biggest. So this was our personal life. This was a big setback. So let me give you a short example. যখন এটা অনেক বেশি হিট হোম করেছিল আমার, I think the year was 2011 or 10. Super busy, working, new project coming up, 16, 17 hours a day. And আমরা একটা জয়েন্ট ফ্যামিলিতে লিভ করতাম তখন, তিন চাচারা আমরা একসাথে থাকতাম আর কি. So our cousins were like my brothers because আমরা ছোটবেলা থেকে we lived in a joint family, so we were very very close. And একজনের বিয়ে হচ্ছে, so I think it was a Friday. ওরা ওরা জাস্ট আক্ট করতে যায় না, সবাই আগে সকালবেলা এখন বাসায় and then রাত্রে অনুষ্ঠান হয়. তো আমি বললাম যে সবাই দেখি লাইন দিয়ে আমাদের বাসার সামনে গাড়ি দাঁড়ান, সবাই উঠতেছে. আমি খুব টায়ার্ড ছিলাম, মনে হয় কাজ কাজ করছি তার আগের দিন রাত্রে, কোথাও যেতে ইচ্ছা করতেছে, বা I needed to go somewhere else. I forgot what the exact situation for me was, but it was something to that effect, যে আমি পারতেছি না. তখন আমি জাস্ট বাইরে ওদেরকে খোদাফেজ বলতে গেলাম. তো আমার যে ভাই বিয়ে করছে, grabbed my shoulder like this, and he said that, I wish you could come. তো সে একটা কথা, এত solemnly he said that. I was wow. I couldn't look up. I was just like, it hit hard. It was like my own brother. But ওটা তাড়াতাড়ি কুইকলি একটা ম্যানেজ করার ওয়ে পাইলাম. তাড়াতাড়ি এসে 1 ঘন্টার মধ্যে একটা ফেসবুকে নোট টোট লিখে ভাইয়ারে খুশি করে দিলাম. এ ভাইয়া দেখো তোমার বিয়ে কত ইমোশনাল একটা রাইট আপ লিখে. And রাত্রেবেলা I was his chauffeur ওই ওয়েডিং এ যাওয়ার সময়. But like the point that I'm trying to make is sometimes personal relationships এটা impact করে. It did for me. To be aware of this when you start off your own. This is very obvious, right? Uncertainty ahead. Uncertainty. এইটা মনে রাখবো, স্টার্ট আপ যখন শুরু করব, আনসার্টেনিটি will be as familiar to you as the back of your hand. Right? I already mentioned money নাই, job security নাই. What happens? What if there is no funding? I do not get any pay. I might just be asked to leave. Right? Project-wise, tons of uncertainties. Another example. So I take to personal. Um, in one of our programs, there was a conflict between two students. যেটা একটু বেশি খারাপ লেভেলে চলে গেছিল. Not going to share everything with you, but what I'm going to say is it reached the point where I had to go and meet the parents and the extended family of both the people in context over here. And যখন আমি ঢুকছি, when I was entering the area in one of the guy's places, one of his uncles came and said, "Who are you?" তখন আমি ঢুকে গেছি। I said like, "Okay, I'm so and so of that organization." He said, "তুমি এই পর্যন্ত আসছো কেমনে? যদি কেউ জানতো that you belong to that organization, তুমি তো এখানেই মেরে ফেলতো." And not only that, she immediately demanded to me, "Give me the contact details of the other person. We let you go, nothing will happen to you." Period. But of course, I'm not going to sell my integrity. So I said, "No, this is my organizational policy. I cannot divulge any personal information of anyone. Let's try to reconcile it." And he was like saying, "Okay, কালকে or some day in future, বাজে একটা পাবলিসিটি যাচ্ছে আপনার অর্গানাইজেশনের ব্যাপারে প্রথম আলোতে। Now, do you want to take that?" That level of threat I had to face. Another time, আমি একটা মাদ্রাসাতে গিয়েছিলাম for admissions purposes, যেখানে I was literally chucked out, shouted at, thrown out, but it's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it helped me become a better person. কোনো personal কিছু নেই. But these are the pains that you have to consider if you think of joining a startup. Because you cannot expect like other people to come and protect you every time. You're on your own. Startup money komlo. Startup money onek responsibilities. You have to go beyond your call of duty to do some things. Take decisions on the spot. But trust me, I said, at the end of the day, it is a better entrepreneur for the help. So big, আমার একটা big drawback ছিল delegating, or rather lack of delegating, because it was a startup. So there were a lot of work that I had to do all by myself. Um, less people under me, so I could not delegate all the work to them. And as a result of it, sometimes the quality of the work that I was producing, it suffered. I still remember this one time when my boss called me from another country and he said like, "What are you doing right now? I want a list of things that you're doing right now, because why does something happen in one of the products or one of the projects that I was working on that was not up to his expectation." And I said, "Look, okay, sure, let me get back to you." So Excel sheet, আমার একটা spreadsheet ছিল, so I sent it to him. And he saw like, "Wait, what? You're working on 15 to 20 different things one time?" Startup, you have to. But how do you navigate around that? Now that's a question you guys yourself need to ask yourself. So when you become entrepreneurs, right? Granted, 15-20টা কাজ একসাথে করতে হবে, more than that. But how do you effectively navigate around that to make sure the quality যেন suffer না করে? One of the things that I missed out on doing, I would advise you on doing, is like delegate as much as you can. সব কাজ নিজের ঘাড়ে না নিয়ে, try to delegate, try to find the right people, and then delegate, and then follow up. Delegate মানে শুধু কাজ দিয়ে দিলাম না, যাও করো. You have to be there. So, right? I'm talking to our people. But is the point made clear? যে পেইনটা কোথা থেকে আসে when you have to carry out so many different things all together? This was a big pain. Now for the purpose of these talk, আমি খুব short রাখতে চাচ্ছিলাম, because there were tons of other things that I did. But these are some of the points that I want to zero in on, hone in on, want you to take away from here. So if you want to become an entrepreneur, which many of you have expressed your interest, then now you know what some of the biggest gains that you could hope to achieve. But at the same time, pains গুলো কি হতে পারে।